The Samuels Fellow and his cronies make fun of women with their PhDs, who make fun of women who have built a life for themselves. You know why they make fun of women who make money and are business owners and all these things? Because they can't do it. They're not intelligent enough to do it. The system of patriarchy was created for them to win.
Wait. Hold the fuck up. Isn't Kevin Samuels a six-figure man? Isn't Kevin Samuels an entrepreneur? A serial entrepreneur at that? I don't agree with this.
No matter what. And women are still beating them. Y'all really give men a lot of them are not that bright. They want you to stay beneath them so they can remain.
Hey, good day everyone. This is Nigel, host of Alpha Male Diaries. And you already know, I have some very interesting topics that I have been discussing. And today, the one that we're touching on, well, we're going to discuss this. And we're going to have a different perspective on, are men afraid or intimidated by established women? Let's get it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I have an interesting topic that I want to talk to you, ladies and gentlemen, about. And it's about women who have their lives together, who are independent, who have their own house, their own car. They have great careers. They have their own businesses or business. They're even entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs. And, these women has the notion that men are intimidated by such things being accomplished. Whether you have your degree, whether you have, all this stuff going on for you, you have to think about it and realize that when women become their own individual, become independent and do these things and invest all this time, energy, effort, resources, financial resources, they're accustomed to thinking that their value is so great to a man. And the thing is, they are doing these things for themselves. They're not doing it to acquire a husband. They're not doing it for themselves being useful to a man, to be in a relationship and then move on to a marriage. What it is that the men that these women are interested in, because a woman feels as if, the things that the things that she's doing or the things that she has going on, right? The money that she's making, the things that, she has like a car, house, or whatever. And most times these women are single mothers. So it's not the fact that they're looking for a man, they're looking for a stepfather. They can care less about, catering to you, putting you first, respecting you, allowing you to lead. These women are the type of women, they're modern women. And what they do, they are with this whole role reversal. So since they are the leaders of their house, they are the head of household, they're in charge of their house. They have this whole mentality that they're alpha. Alpha does not apply to a woman, and it never will. You could be a masculine woman, an over masculine woman. You can be a nice modern woman trying to pass as a traditional woman, but your action says something completely opposite, totally different. It says the shit that men don't want to hear. I don't need a man. So why should a successful man that's making with your making or more, why should he deal with a woman that's independent, that have her own house, her own kids? Suppose he wants a wife to move into his house and have her work for him at least part-time. He has enough to pay her $1,000 a week if he wants. That is his wife. He has enough to pay her $1,500 a week if he wants. That's anywhere between $52,000 to $65,000 a year. Well, let's just say $60,000. Let's just say it's between $52,000 and $60,000 a year to work part-time for your husband, because he is a businessman. He's a serial entrepreneur, or he's an entrepreneur. He has his own business, or he has his own passive income coming in where he's making over six figures. He's a high earner. And he's at the point to where when he wants a wife, he's going to look for the qualities in a woman as a wife. He's not going to look at the shit that you have. He's not going to look at your money. He can't spend it. He's not even interested in it. He has more, maybe 2 to 3 times as more. He don't need your house. He has his own. He don't need your kids. He want to have his own. So why is it fair? See, this is what it comes down to with the fairness, right? And the reason why I say this, with men, it's not about being fair. It's about what's applied to our lives as far as the outcomes and results that we want, pertaining to our legacy. You understand what I'm saying? It's not so much that a man is intimidated. It's just that you just don't qualify. You do not fit the script. So instead of accepting the shit like most men have to, women get mad due to rejection, and then they want to insult, shame, bash, and try to make a man feel guilty in not wanting her, when these women can clearly care less about what the fuck a man want or need. So why should a man accept the modern woman? Why should a man deal with a woman that has her own thing going on as an individual, that's really brought up and raised in individuality? Just say, fuck a man, I don't need a man. I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They rather go ahead and become baby mamas before they become wives. They rather have baby showers rather than have weddings. You have to understand the mindset of a modern woman. A modern woman is destined to die alone. So when they realize this as they get older, that time is narrowing down, that they're not as valuable as they thought they would be to a man in a sexual marketplace value. I mean, in a sexual marketplace, I meant to say. Her value is shot to shit. So that's not useful to a man. Your degree doesn't mean anything. He has his own degree. He has his own knowledge. He's already successful. There's no potential involved in this. He's already set and established in what he's doing. So why should he allow someone into his life that's going to bring drama and chaos? Why is he going to deal with a woman that's too busy supporting the stuff that she's doing rather than support the things that he's doing and coming together? A lot of women want partnerships. They don't want marriages. They want to be equal. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I should be able to do this and do that when I get ready, this, that, and the third. Alpha males don't deal with that. You can try that bullshit with a simp and or a beta male, because they looking for mama to take care of them. They looking for mama to keep them in check. They looking for mama to be in charge. They looking for mama to lead. So when you getting this whole thing about men are intimidated, man, that's a bunch of bullshit. Accept the rejection. What it is that we don't have to tolerate or deal with your bullshit. We don't have to sit there and be disrespected and everything because you're independent. You got your own bag. You got this going on. You got that going on. When you going to understand that this means nothing to us at all? Zero probability. None. But I will tell you this. What we would do, we would rather get a woman that's feminine, fit, cooperative, submissive, childless, and understanding of a man's purpose, what a man needs. See, we're not about to fight with a woman that's already established to the point to where when it's time for her to come into our domain, she has an issue to deal with losing control. And that's what it is about with the modern woman. It's about always being right due to subjective truths and beliefs and being in charge. Hear what I just said. It's about subjective truths, beliefs, and being in charge. A modern woman, when she runs into an alpha male, yeah, she's attracted to him and everything like that. But is she wife material? Modern women aren't wives. 1 in 4 black women were married throughout their lifetime, if they're lucky. If they're lucky. So this is what I'm saying. If modern women are destroying their relationships, leaving their marriages, their husbands, filing for a divorce, 80% of women is doing this. That would give a man, let's just say even an average man, that would give him a 20% chance of finding a wife. Not to mention, 54 to 56% of men are sexless. And most are virgins. But a woman can have sex at will. She controls that. But what y'all don't understand is that men, we control the marriages. We control who the wives are. It's up to us to see the value within you to say, okay, this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is the woman that I'm going to have work with me and support me in what I'm doing. This is the woman that I'm going to lead. This is the woman that I'm going to protect. And this is the woman I'm going to provide for. But see, most men, even alpha males, it's a challenge dealing with a modern woman, because a modern woman wants a man to support her She wants a man to follow her. And in her mind, since she's the provider for not only herself, but her children, when it comes down to her providing for a man, it's a different story. That's when that man is no longer respected. That's when that man is no longer a man. And that's the big difference. Men, we don't care about money, degrees, your education. You know what I mean? Yeah, high school graduation is fine. But as long as you understand your role as a wife, the aspect of femininity, cooperation, submissiveness, being fit, childless. A lot of modern women fail that whole criteria. They don't qualify. So why get mad at someone? Why get mad at a man? Because he knows his worth. He knows his value. He worked hard to be where he is, to make himself eligible to be this man that women want. He has the pick of the litter. So why should he settle for you? What is it about you that make it so unique that he should say, you know what? There is 200 million women in this world. And guess what? I have the pick. I can choose out of 200 million women. Let's just say they're single, whatever the case was, you know. But I'm just saying for an example. That man has full access to those 200 million women. Why? Because 90% of women want high-earning men. 100% of women want men that could provide. Period. So how can a successful man provide for a modern woman if she's not capable of providing anything that he needs to him? She doesn't supply the time, the attention, the energy, the resources, or anything. Why? Because she wants her money and she wants his too. She wants to keep her money and spend his. I don't care what they say. They say, oh, we can do this and get together. You know, it's a partnership with equals 50-50. No, the fuck it's not. Because women aren't looked at protectors of the world. Women aren't looked at as primary providers. Women aren't looked to lead men. So there is no way. The equality only stands in rights pertaining to the Constitution of the United States. And that within itself isn't equal. Not even for black people. Not even for a black man. So before you want to sit there and say that a man is intimidated because you're successful, say that this man doesn't want me because I don't qualify for the wife that he needs. I can't be the woman that he needs. I can't give him the attention that he wants. I can't invest the time he needs me to invest in. I can't invest the energy in this man because I'm so busy doing my own thing, taking care of my kids. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have the financial resources to just give to a man. I can allow a man to use me. You know what I mean? If I get a man, he got to accept me and my kids. It's a package deal. He have kids, so it's not fair for him not to accept me, but I can accept him. But this is the thing. That man is already established and he's already successful. He's already provided
for his own children, his own son or his own daughter. So why is it relevant, even pertinent, for him to take on the extra duties of providing for another man's child? Why didn't that woman marry the men that she had children by? In fact, what is the background like of that woman's kids' fathers? What is their backgrounds like? What type of careers they have? What type of business do they have? What type of businesses do they have? What is this man's income? See, this is the thing. Women want to try to have this habit, these modern women, of selling them with Pookie and Ray Ray. But then when it's time for marriage, or when life is getting hard, shit is getting real, everything is hitting the fan, they expect a man of a higher caliber to come in and accept they shit that they got already going on that's in turmoil. You know what I mean? Men, we don't have to waste our time with these women. Keep doing what you're doing and focus on yourself and continue to know your value. Continue to utilize accountability, self-awareness, and everything, man. Know your worth. Don't worry about these women insults, guilts, bashing trips, and all this other stuff, man, because you know what? At the end of the day, the choice is yours. But yeah, like I said, some of you might like what I say, some of you might not. But you already know what it is. I don't give a fuck. And this is your host, King Nigel of Alpha Male Diaries. And I'm out.